What's this, like my 6th video this week? To think it's going to be even busier next week. Damn. Welcome back, FOXY Games UK new and existing subscribers, and how the heck are you all doing today? I know it's Saturday, May 30, and very uncharacteristic of me to drop a video over the weekend, but these are extraordinary times. Game upon game events, hardware upon hardware reveals, and more are coming our way. Also, there's the PS5 back compatibility uncertainty that we covered in yesterday's video, but we know Xbox is going hard on BC, but what of Sony? What the hell have they got planned? Well, stick around and I'll tell you a few things that you ought to look out for the very near future. But first, hot off the press, the future of gaming. PlayStation 5's event is less than a week away, and sure, I put out a video of the trailer real quick, but I didn't talk about it, so let's do that just now, right? And let me tell you, I know PlayStation CEO and President Jim Ryan has his, let's say, detractors, but believe me, you are going to truly appreciate the man when you learn what he has in store for you. Now let's get one thing out of the way, right out of the gate. Do not expect a PS5 hardware reveal on Thursday, June 4. Just PS5 games. I could do what every other YouTuber is doing right now, make a game, PS5 game predictions video, but I'm of the mind that you lovely gamer friends out there should be thoroughly shocked and thoroughly surprised, so I'm remaining stum. Just bear in mind, sequels to big PS4 hitters like Horizon, God of War, Spider-Man, Days Gone, etc. are still being baked in the PS oven, and you may get a real peek at maybe early gameplay or a trailer maybe, but even if you get that, count yourselves lucky. Now, the marketing / info rollout has been purposefully staggered by Sony, and for good reason, not least the ongoing pandemic situation. But Sony are watching what Microsoft is doing with Xbox Series X on price and release date strategy very closely prior to making any major moves. So the actual PS5 reveal, technical teardown, controller functionality, UI and features reveal is not too far behind. However, before a lot of that good stuff kicks off, you can expect a ton of articles and interviews incoming from partnered to Sony publications and other media outlets. Now, PlayStation boss Jim Ryan has been waxing lyrically about plans to demo actual PS5 games that are wholly exclusive to PS5, which means they won't even work on PS4, which is a stark contrast to what Microsoft is doing. That is allowing all games to run across generations of Xbox hardware, dating right back to the original Xbox One, which launched back in 2013. Which has really come under a bit of controversy because some people believe that older hardware will hold back development of, well, next-gen games. Now, sourced via GamesIndustry.biz in an article written by Christopher Dring, here's the full story. Sony Interactive Entertainment's president and CEO Jim Ryan gave GamesIndustry.biz an update on where things are with PlayStation after the outlet spoke with him back in November last year about the firm's ambitions for PlayStation 5. Now, back then, PlayStation 5's biggest threat was its competitors. Now its biggest challenge is launching during a time of immense economic turmoil caused by the CV-19 pandemic. Now, is it going to be delayed? Will big games miss the launch? And is it going to just arrive in select markets around the world? Well, Jim Ryan has put that uncertainty to rest. PS5 will launch this year globally, and its first-party games are on schedule. But that doesn't mean it's been business as usual for the platform holder. Here's a quote. We've been devoted really to a lot of effort making sure our network works. I am really proud of what we've done there. The days when Sony was criticized for its resilience of networking activity, that should be consigned to history. The level of engagement just really off the radar screen, both in terms of the number of people and the amount of time that they are playing, and the network has just stood up fine. And we are going to get The Last of Us Part 2 out of the gate at the end of the month, and we're going to get Ghost of Tsushima out the month after that, and both only small delays, and really they were delays that were born out of a complete uncertainty about the distribution scenario we had ready to pull the trigger. It was like the world was heading back into this big black hole, and we didn't know whether the internet would be working, we didn't know whether warehouses would be able to operate. So we took the cautious approach, but the games are ready to go and we are really feeling good about them. The people who make games, we and our partners, seem to be coping really well. And so we are on track. We are going to launch this holiday and we're going to launch globally. We're really looking forward to it and it's going to be a blast. Great news there. As with each new generation, there is a pressure to find a large audience quickly, and the Unreal 5 demo from earlier this month showed that PS5 is capable, really what it is capable of, but creating such a project looked expensive. So Ryan goes on to talk about the advancements in visual fidelity gamers can experience or expect to experience with PS5 when it launches later this year. Here's another quote. I think to the extent that the technology enables the graphic side of it to become more interesting and lifelike, the games will become slightly more human intensive and capital intensive to produce. So yes, we think there probably is going to be an increase in development budgets, but we don't see it as being a massive increase, and that's why we want to do really more faster than we have ever done before, to provide a fertile install base for people who make games to be able to monetize against. If we can keep pace with a likely increase in development costs, then the industry can continue to prosper. So Jim Ryan is clearly not as big a fan as Microsoft when it comes to cross-generational support. When GamesIndustry.biz suggested a way to keep PS4 users engaged by making upcoming PS5 games playable on the older machine, just like Microsoft is proposing with its Xbox Series X games being playable on Xbox One, well, Ryan quickly shot the suggestion down, saying it's not something PlayStation is interested in doing. Here's another quote. We have always said that we believe in generations. We believe that when you go to all the trouble of creating a next-gen console, that it should include benefits and features that the previous generation does not include, and that in our view, people should make games that can make the most of those features. We do believe in generations, and whether it's the DualSense controller, whether it's the 3D audio, whether it's the multiple ways that the SSD can be used, we are thinking that it is time to give the PlayStation community something new, something different, that can really only be enjoyed on PlayStation 5. Now, though Sony has mandated third-party developers to ensure that every PS4 game runs on PS5 without issue, and from July 2020, it looks like the next generation is a one-way street at the moment. But that's pretty good to know, right? Now, I've only skimmed over this article. Jim Ryan talked about a number of things in this very lengthy interview. Seriously, it's like a 10,000 word essay or something. So I encourage you to check the link in the article in your own time, of which can be found in this video's description. Indeed, the PlayStation blog sent out an invite as well to every gamer far and wide to take a look at the future of gaming on PlayStation 5. Jim Ryan let the legions of PS5 potential buyers, I should say, and gamers know, with each generation from the first PlayStation to PlayStation 4, we aim higher and we push the boundaries further to try and deliver better experiences for our community. This has been the mission of the PlayStation brand for more than 25 years, a mission I have been part of nearly since the beginning. There are few things as exciting as the launch of a new console. While this road to launch has been a bit, well, different, we are as thrilled as ever to bring you with us on this journey to redefine the future of video games. We've shared technical specifications and shown you the new DualSense wireless controller, but what is a launch without games? That's why I'm excited to share that we will soon give you a first look at games you'll be playing after PlayStation 5 launches this holiday. The games coming to PS5 represent the best in the industry from innovative studios that span the globe. Studios both larger and smaller, those newer and those more established, all have been hard at work developing games that will showcase the potential of the hardware. This digital showcase will run for a bit more than an hour, and for the first time we will all be together virtually experiencing the excitement together. A lack of physical events has given us an amazing opportunity to think differently and bring you on this journey with us, and hopefully closer than ever before. This is part of our series of PS5 updates, and rest assured, after next week's showcase, we will still have much to share with you. Please join us on Twitch or YouTube on June 4th at 1 PM PDT, 9 PM British Summertime, and 10 PM CEST to see what's in store for the next generation of games. I hope we can make you proud. Awesome stuff. I'm so freaking excited. How could you not be? We waited so long, and still there is much to know, much to learn following the June 4th event. Heck, you want to talk about controllers? Even DualSense has its own accessories. You'll find out in good time. Trust me. There's certainly a lot to learn about DualSense. I'll just say Sony has the best controller next gen in terms of everyday useful features, and not just for games, but for other applications too. Stay tuned. Now I'm going to level with you. I got into a bit of trouble over some PS5 tweets that subsequently I had to delete over the past 24 to 48 hours. I've got a big mouth, sorry. But let me assure you that when it comes to PS5's back compatibility, you really need not worry about that. And I couldn't go into yesterday's video really, but I can today. Yesterday I tweeted to my followers that I really probably shouldn't, but what the hell, somebody else will. But Sony are planning to dedicate a fairly lengthy PS5 back compatibility segment, not on June 4th, to put all rumours, speculation and outright misinformation to bed once and for all. I immediately regretted tweeting that because I thought I may have overstepped the boundaries, though without getting into too much background detail, I would say in the end it all worked out pretty nicely for me, hence why I can make this video today. So I'm going to make this short and sweet and concise, no pussyfooting around. PS5 is going to offer very similar upgrades for PS4 legacy titles that Microsoft announced for Xbox Series X. This includes added HDR, added geometry to the graphics using high texture overlays stored on the SSD, added ray tracing, improved lighting, improved frame rates, the works. PS5's advanced SSD implementation allows for the game assets to be swapped on the fly. In fact, I do believe I had covered this, well, a lot of this as far back as 18 months ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. However, this is all possible due to advancements in machine learning and highly sophisticated deep learning algorithms powered by AI. Apologies if my understanding on all of this is a little green. I'm not a developer, nor am I a software engineer, though I do understand Sony has been silently beavering away on its patented legacy preservation technology for years. Do you really believe Sony are going to drop the back compat ball after the strides Microsoft has made in resurrecting and preserving legacy titles within and out of its own catalogue of games? You can be assured Sony are taking back compat very seriously. But one of the PlayStation 1, 2 and 3 games that our friend Hip Hop Gamer talked about and confirmed the enhancement engine, all part of Sony's legacy preservation initiative. Well, I'm not about stealing other people's thunder, and this is something we will all just have to wait and see when Sony decide to talk about it. You see, people think they want to know it all now, but when the time comes, it's you they will point to and say, that's why I'm not surprised. Very little surprises from the event. They'll blame you. So I'd say just hold tight and wait. But PS5 doesn't just represent the future, it also represents the past. I'm sure you've heard that before. Back compatibility is being introduced at system level. Now, I was literally granted permission to discuss what I have regarding the back compat talk. And those who know me know I enjoy my independence. I don't much like being told when and how I can do things, but you have to respect the source of information, and compromises have to be made. So what say you? Go ahead, sound off, share your thoughts and opinions on today's news, because that unfortunately brings us to the end of another video. But let's continue the discussion cordially in the comments. And for all your current and next gen news updates, rumour and rampant speculation, hit the like button, spread the word, and keep it locked to Foxy Games UK. Remember, all relevant links where applicable can be found in this video's description. Subscribe to Foxy Games UK, remember to hit the notification bell so you never miss content. Thumbs up if you like it here, and help us reach more like-minded gamers simply by sharing this video. Consider supporting Foxy Games UK via Patreon, and or grab yourself a Foxy Games UK branded t-shirt or hoodie, available in various colours and designs. You'll find both links in the video's description. Appreciate the support. That concludes our time together on this Saturday. Now I'm going to enjoy my weekend. Thank you very much. I think I've paid my dues. It was certainly great hanging out though, and until the next video, remember, play games, not corporations.